The rich versus poor mindset. Which mindset do you have in 2023? Part 2. What is the difference between the rich versus poor mindset? How do the successful differ from the rest of us? So many people do not obtain financial freedom because they do not have one thing, the right mindset. Everything starts with how you think about money, wealth, and success. It is not a matter of luck, birth, or connections. Welcome to Part 2. Please watch Part 1 to understand the concept better. 3. Rich mindsets are committed to being rich. Poor mindsets are uncommitted to being rich. Most of us have good reasons as to why it would be wonderful to be rich, but what about the other side of the coin? Are there reasons why it might not be so great to be rich or go through the process of trying to get rich? Each of us has a file on wealth in our minds. This file contains our personal beliefs, including why being wealthy would be great. But for many people, their file also includes information as to why being rich might not be so great. These people have mixed internal messages around money and especially wealth. These mixed messages are one of the biggest reasons that most people never become rich. The number one reason most people don't get what they want is they don't know what they want. Rich people are totally clear that they want wealth. They are unwavering in their desire. They are fully committed to creating wealth. They will do whatever it takes to have wealth as long as it's moral, legal, and ethical. Rich people do not send mixed messages to the universe. Poor people do. I hate to break the news to you, but getting rich is not a stroll in the park. It takes focus, expertise, 100% effort, and never say die perseverance. You have to commit to it, both consciously and subconsciously. You have to believe in your heart you can do it and you deserve it. If you're not fully committed to creating wealth, chances are you won't. 4. Rich versus poor mindset. Rich people think big. Poor people think small. We once had a trainer teaching at one of our seminars who went from a net worth of $250,000 to over $600 million in only 3 years. When asked his secret, he said, "Everything changed the day I began to think big." Another way of understanding this is to answer the following question. How many people do you serve or affect? For instance, in my business, some trainers enjoy speaking to groups of 20, others are comfortable with 100, others like an audience of 500. Still, others want 5,000 people or more in attendance. Is there a difference in income between these trainers? You bet there is. Who are you? How do you want to live your life? How do you want to play the game? Do you want to play in the big leagues or the little league? In the majors or the minors? Will you play big or play small? It's your choice. But hear this, it's not about you. It's about living your mission. It's about living true to your purpose. It's about adding your piece of the puzzle to the world. It's about serving others. Most of us are so stuck in our egos that everything revolves around me, and more me. But again, it's not about you. It's about adding value to other people's lives. It's your choice. One road leads to being broke and miserable. The other leads to money, meaning, and fulfillment. It's time to stop hiding out and start stepping out. It's time to stop needing and start leading. It's time to start being the star that you are. 5. Rich mindsets are bigger than their problems. Poor people are smaller than their problems. Getting rich is not a stroll in the park, it's a journey that is full of obstacles, twists, and detours. The simple fact is, success is messy. The road is fraught with pitfalls, and that's why most people don't take it. They don't want the problems. Therein lies one of the biggest differences between rich people and poor people. Rich and successful people are bigger than their problems, while poor and unsuccessful people are smaller than their problems. Poor people will do almost anything to avoid anything that looks like it could be a problem. They back away from challenges. The irony is that in their quest to make sure they don't have problems, they have the biggest problem of all. They're broke and miserable. The secret to success is not to try to avoid or shrink your problems, it's to grow yourself so you're bigger than any problem. It's just an everyday occurrence, like getting dressed or brushing your teeth. Whether you are rich or poor, playing big or playing small, problems do not go away. If you're breathing, you will always have so-called problems. What's important to realize is that the size of the problem is never the real issue. What matters is the size of you. Remember, your wealth can only grow to the extent that you do. The idea is to grow yourself to a place where you can overcome any problems that get in your way of creating wealth and keeping it once you have it. Rich people do not back away from problems, do not avoid problems, and do not complain about problems. Rich people are financial warriors, and when a warrior is confronted with a challenge, they shout, "Bring it on." See you in part 3.